Are those your hands in Vibe?
Yeah.
Remember the hand that
No,
has...
that's
Those are
Suge's
Suge's
hands.
Wow.
That's
Yeah, that one. I present and... All right, great. Good. Yeah, congratulations on the nomination.
Thank you.
That means a lot. Your life has changed dramatically in the last 3 years, and then particularly in these last 3 months.
No doubt.
Okay?
Yeah, not lying.
It has been a big difference. What's it mean to you, especially these last 2-3 months of your life?
It is a good reward for the patients of being in a maximum security penitentiary. You know, all the times when I could have acted up, or all the times when I could have went one way and I was like, I know this ain't forever. I'm going to just ride this out, and I know it's going to be my time again. And now it is my time again, and I appreciate everybody that wrote me letters, telling me to be patient and wait, everybody that, you know, helped me to see that, you know, as long as you got your faith, you know, you can ride anything. There's nothing too scary where I'm going to just give up, you know what I mean? I've seen hell and everything after it, so.
There's been some very interesting articles out recently. This man here is responsible, Papa G, getting a lot of press out about you all. Let me ask a comment about one of the things that I read. Certainly you're here at the family now. You all call this a family. What's it mean for you to be here with Death Row?
It means that I have to give my 110% so that all the rappers under me can give their 110%, so that everybody else, all the peer rappers like the Dog Pound and Snoop, to give their 110%. Should give his 110%. Papa G give his 110%. And that's what makes Death Row Death Row. That's what makes us have record-breaking album sales and things like that, is we give 110%. So for me, it's good. It just means that, you know, I'm somewhere where if you're persistent and efficient, you get rewarded. And that's what everybody wishes for.
Your focus seems clear. I think, like you said, being in maximum security, certainly there's a lot of things for one's head and one's focus and desires and dreams. You come out, you hear a lot of controversy going on right now about rap, just Time Warner dropping Interscope and a lot of things that have resulted from people saying it's a bad image, it's bad for young people. Tell us your comments on that.
I've said so many comments on this, but basically it's a hypocritical view, because what you're saying is it's okay for us to live in the dirt, in the gutter, in less than human conditions, but it's not okay for us to tell people that we're living in these conditions. Everything was cool, you know. The ghetto was okay. It was habitable until we started talking about exactly what were the repercussions of living this type of lifestyle, what happens when you live in this kind of environment, what type of person it changes you into. Now all of a sudden it's like you can't talk about that, but this is what we live in. We don't have a choice, you know what I mean? It's either we really kill people, do dope, sell dope, and have murders and do all this crazy stuff, or we talk about the fact that we got so close, man. If it wasn't for this rap thing, we would really have to do A, B, and C. You know what I mean? And that's not good. That's not nothing to look up to, but that's the truth. That's how it is, you know. Every human being inside your chest or your stomach or whatever, we all given from God the survival instinct. And everybody has to live. Self-determination. You have to live. You have to be able to live and survive and live like a human being, not like an animal. So whatever it takes to live like that is what happens, whatever it takes. If you put Bob Dole in those conditions, he would do the same thing. So would C. Dolores Tucker. If she wasn't so rich, she didn't have the pearls, and she didn't have the NAACP backing her up, and all these conventions and coalitions backing up, and she was by herself, and she was on welfare, she would love our music, because she would know what this music breeds. She would know where we from, what we talking about. But from where she at, she can't understand and not understand where they coming from, because now that I got money, it's hard for me to hear a lot of the stuff that we got to listen to. But I can't be a hypocrite, though. I got to understand it's only a few dollars that's keeping me from being that right there.
Image is everything. Papa G is taking good care of you guys, you know. Tell me what it means to have George Price behind you all, out there in terms of publicity, really getting the word out, and the truth, as you all want to speak it. What does that mean to you?
I think that, along with the other artists on Death Row, Snoop, Dog Pound, Trey, everybody, Nate, we're all outstanding in our field. And I think that Suge, in terms of being a manager, CEO, he's outstanding in his field. I think that Papa G is just keeping that tradition along by being outstanding in the field of publicity and getting the things that we have in our head to the heads of millions of people and letting them see what we see and look at it how we want them to look at it. You know what I mean? Like the vibe cover, that's how we feel, like a mob, like a family. You know, we want people to see that. Not mob like guns and things, but mob like family. Like you say to do this, we do this. And like with the New York Times cover, that's like the ghetto coming home picture. You know what I mean? With the cash and all of that. Every time somebody come out of jail, they got to take those kind of pictures. They got to get their humanity back from all the days they had to bend over and had some man looking in they, you know what I mean? For all the times they had to strip naked, for all the times they had to cut their visit short and couldn't hold their girl and couldn't kiss their girl. Now you get to floss like that. You know what I mean? Now you get to act like that. And it's not because I'm going nanny to other people. It's because I'm doing this for the guards. You know, for the people who thought I was guilty, for everything, for all the people who didn't believe that it could come to this point. I mean, look, they could shoot me 5 times, call me a rapist, and throw me in jail, and I'm gonna bounce back. I'm not gonna give up. You know what I mean? That shows the resilience of a young black male and a death row inmate in particular.
Thanks a lot.